The Ravens won't go very far in the 2024-2025 playoffs without this. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Sutton Def from the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel, coming at you with another Ravens video. If you could, like the video, also subscribe to the channel if you are new here to the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. Me and my co-host, Simply AS10, we do go live every Monday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you like Ravens content, if you like NFL content, make sure you give us a follow. Okay, so the Ravens are heading into the playoffs, and there's one key to their success that could make or break their entire run. It's not just about Lamar Jackson's jaw-dropping highlights. It's about something much, much bigger. Today, we're going to be breaking down why Lamar's patience could be the difference between a Super Bowl push and another early exit. You don't want to miss this one. Stay tuned. This is the Purple Rain Podcast. Like I said, my name is Sutton Def from the Purple Rain Podcast, and we have something very important to talk about: playoff football. You know, Lamar said something very, very interesting in a press conference the other day. Let's take a listen.
And you played 6 playoff games. Do you ever, even during this week, do you ever think about those past games to either as motivation, or is your mind just going forward?
No, my mind going forward. I don't really think. I was young in the beginning, and it happened fast. It don't happen fast, but the only one I do, to be honest with you, the only one I do think about is the AFC Championship. That's probably the only playoff game I do think about. It was right there, but my mind, I'm focused now. Though, it is what it is at this point. I don't know about the Steelers. We lost. That's it.
Be too amped up for games of this stakes? Is that something that in your career you've sort of, I don't want to say battled, but is that something you still have to remind yourself to settle down in these games?
Yeah, I just be too excited. That's all, too antsy. I'm seeing things before it happen, I got to calm myself down. But just being more.
So you heard it there first, folks. Lamar Jackson is concerned about being patient in these playoff games. He needs to stop being so antsy. Playoff football is all about patience, strategy, and time of possession. When we look at playoff history, successful teams consistently dominate time of possession. For example, the New England Patriots have controlled the ball for over 1,500 minutes in the playoffs, and that's most by any team in NFL history. But here's the key. Time of possession is more than just clock management. It's about staying on the field, especially on critical third downs. Think about it. Converting on third down keeps your offense rolling. It builds momentum and wears down opposing defenses. And in cold weather playoff games, this becomes even more important. Defenses stuck on the field for long stretches in freezing conditions. That's a recipe for breakdowns in the fourth quarter. We've seen it before. Players get tired, they start tackling sloppy, and gaps start to open up on the defense. For Lamar and the Ravens, staying patient and sustaining drives is a must. This isn't about quick, flashy plays. It's about grinding it out, moving the chains, and forcing the defense to stay on the field. If the Ravens can dominate on third downs and control time of possession, they can dictate the tempo and wear down defenses when it matters most. But there's another piece to this puzzle: turnovers. Turnovers are game changers in the playoffs. Teams that win the turnover battle in the playoffs, they win the game nearly 79% of the time. And here's the thing about the NFL playoffs. It's not like the NBA where teams have a 7-game series to recover from a bad outing. In football, every mistake is magnified because it's single elimination. One bad decision, one poorly timed turnover, and your season could be over. There is no "we'll go get him next time." And we've seen this play out with the Ravens in years past. When the team is trailing in playoff games, Lamar often tries to play a little bit of hero ball, almost like a Madden player personified, forcing plays downfield in an effort to get it all back in one shot.
Has now reached the Chiefs' 25, 2nd and 10. To the end zone again, and it is intercepted.
Stays in the block. Jackson fires, and that will be intercepted in the end zone.
I know, those hurt. That approach rarely works in the playoffs. It leads to risky throws, turnovers, and a loss of momentum. The exact opposite of what you need in high-pressure win-or-go-home situations. This is why mistake-free football is critical in the postseason. Lamar, as the leader of the Ravens offense, has to keep the ship steady. It's about taking what the defense gives him and avoiding the kinds of forced plays that lead to turnovers. Those small decisions, those moments of patience and composure, are what separates winners from losers in playoff football. Now, here is the irony when it comes to Lamar Jackson. We all know him as one of the most electrifying players in this league. The kind of guy who can take over a game with his legs or his arm, of course. But for the Ravens to succeed in the playoffs, Lamar actually needs to embrace a role that's often overlooked: being a great game manager. And I know, I get it. Calling Lamar Jackson the game manager feels almost insulting given how much of a highlight machine he is. But think about it. The best quarterbacks in playoff history, guys like Brady, Montana, Manning, they all excelled at managing the game, controlling the tempo, and minimizing mistakes. Lamar does not have to abandon his playmaking identity. I don't want you guys to think I'm saying that. In fact, his ability to make jaw-dropping plays is what makes him special. But if you compare that with the mindset of a calculated, composed game manager, someone who knows when to slow things down, avoid risky decisions, and let his teammates shine, it'll take the Ravens to the next level. This playoff run is not just about Lamar Jackson being the hero. It's about him being the captain of the ship and steering this offense with a balance of patience and explosiveness. If Lamar can master that balance, managing risk, staying patient, and taking what's there, this Ravens team will be nearly unstoppable in these playoffs. Let me know what you think in the comments. Can Lamar strike that balance? And also, what do you believe is the biggest key to the Ravens playoff success? Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share with your fellow Ravens fans. Thank you for watching the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. Of course, stay positive, test negative, and never ever forget to call God. This has been Sudden Death. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.